It's Friday. Who is just as happy as I am? And you know what? It is spring break next week for my babies. So I am stoked. Although I have to work all week, but I'm happy for all of them. When I dropped them off, the teachers and everybody was just like on cloud nine. It's like Friday. It's the last day before a huge break. I could use a huge break, but it's going to be a beautiful weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. So March 12th, we are celebrating Girl Scouts, and the best way you can celebrate Girl Scouts right now is to get them Girl Scout cookies. I am way ahead of the game. I already got my Girl Scout cookies. I've already got the boxes. I've already eaten the boxes. They are gone. I can't afford any more Girl Scout cookies. But if you have not gotten your Girl Scout cookies yet, you need to go get them. They're delicious. Today is also a day to celebrate Alfred Hitchcock. He is the suspense director for, his first film was a silent black and white film from 1925. I think it was The Pleasure Garden. But he is renowned for for Psycho. Yeah, so today's the day to maybe watch some of those suspenseful horror kind of films. They're classic, so definitely. It's also fanny pack day. So you know those where they strap them on around their waist and they had a little pack in the front where you could put like your sunglasses. We would see them all the time at the theme parks back in the 90s, and then me as a teenager would make fun of them with my group because we thought wearing really tiny backpacks that had really long straps that would hang down to your butt were so much cooler. We were idiots. It's also a good idea to plant a flower today because depending on where you're located in the world, it's a perfect time of year for it. You plant it and it'll blossom and you'll be able to enjoy it throughout the summer. It's a good idea. I should do that. I have a little area up front that I like to do it, and then I found, and I'm experimenting because I've never actually had a garden before that I had control over, if that makes any sense. When I grew up, my parents were very like, this is what's in the garden, that's it. But like I have a garden where I just put whatever I think would actually grow, and the stuff that survives stays, and the stuff that dies I replace it with something else to see if it'll it's experimentation. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. But as far as food goes, it's baked scallops day, which sounds so good. I want that for lunch. Sounds so good. I mean, unless if you are allergic to shellfish or fish in general, I can't see how you cannot love baked scallops. That just sounds so good. So also the second Friday of March, you celebrate preschoolers, which I absolutely adore my little preschooler. He's in VPK and he gets all kinds of stuff from the school, from the other kids at school, like potty words and not curse words. I had to learn this the hard way. The teacher sent me home a letter saying he's nonstop saying potty words, and I'm like, my 4-year-old's cursing? No, he's not cursing. He's saying poo-poo head. Poo-poo head. She wrote me a letter to inform me that my son was saying poo-poo head. I don't know. These days, I don't know. I don't think my teachers ever cared if you said poo-poo head. They were probably like relieved that you weren't saying something worse. That was back in the day. Today's also a day to celebrate working moms, whether or not you have a spouse, whether or not you ever get a break from them. You are a working mom, then praise be, you are awesome. Go you. Today, March 12th, it's all about you. It's also World Day Against Cyber Censorship. This is actually a day that came about in 2008 by a group that I had never heard of, which is crazy. They are the Writers Without Borders. I think that's what they're called. Writers Without Borders. Which is fantastic because it means that they don't have a specific agenda that's tied to this country or that country. They don't really care who is ruling who or who is in charge of what or what the situation of any government is in, but this is just what is going on. Reporters Without Borders. This is what's going on here with a true unbiased feel to it. So as long as it is actually true unbiased, they're against censorship of the internet because they feel like that allows agendas to be put into place, and for governments to have that kind of power, it removes our freedom of speech with each other. So I haven't fully dived into all of the stuff that their full agenda with it, but I mean, it sounds good. So it's also Youth Day in Zambia. And Zambia is a country that is in Africa. It's north of South Africa. It's south of the Sahara Desert, and it's kind of in the center. That's about all I can tell you. But yeah, Youth Day, and I think that's a wonderful day because the youth are our future, and I love my youth, my little boys. It's also National Day, and let me see if I can say this right. Mauritius. I'm sorry if I said the name of your country wrong. Mauritius. It is a very small country. I had to look it up. It is to the east of Madagascar, off of Africa. So I don't know if it's actually considered part of the African continent or not, because it's like out there in the middle of the Indian Ocean, but it's closer to Africa than it is to India. So I don't know. I should have looked it up better. But if you know, please let me know, because it's Friday and I'm not looking up anymore because I'm thinking of where I'm going to be kayaking this weekend. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.